Anybody? Bueller?
Still working on it.
Right. I will introduce Red Worm of the Unsullied. So when you look at Red Worm, you see what appears to be a 5'11" shaved head, but yet very hairy man who looks very buff and agile. Also missing their left ear for some reason, not certain why. And Red Worm doesn't say much, but when they get a little drunk, you find out a little more about the backstory. Red Worm was the son of the nobleman Gareth before he was taken from a family in a brutal raid and then taken by the kidnappers and castrated for some reason when he was a mere 5 years old. Over the years, Red Worm was forced into a hardened training regiment and was trained to become a fearsome, merciless fighter, skilled in spear and shield. A cataclysmic event of which Red Worm has little memory of freed Red Worm and the entire cadre of warriors from this forced servitude. Red Worm used this freedom to sail to their homeland and took vengeance upon those responsible for the deaths of their family. Upon returning to their home, all that was left in the old family keep was their father's old shield, which was stored under a false floor in the master bedroom. Red, could you mute your mic for a second, Will? Red Worm is now a slave to no man, and their only true desire is to hunt down those responsible for the death of their family. So I stole a little bit of that from Game of Thrones, just a little bit.
A little bit.
A bit.
I guess I'll go next. I have dog. Halfling, chiseled little buff, tattooed halfling. He was raised as a servant and gladiator by a wandering tribe.
Raised as a gladiator by a wandering tribe?
Yeah.
You say? Okay.
More servant than gladiator, but.
So we've got a couple of ex-slaves in the midst. And how did you escape your servant?
They literally got arrested, and they really didn't see much point keeping me because I was just stock. So my keepers, as far as I know, are still in jail.
Hmm.
Who wants to go next? Sean or Will?
Give me 2 more minutes.
Will.
I don't know if my sound is just horrible or not. Is it still horrible?
Your sound's fine. It's just that you were coming in super loud before, but you're better now.
Okay, so I just moved before when you said I to turn off my mic, I wasn't even saying anything. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't.
TV or
No,
something.
you weren't. It was the background TV.
Okay, because I even covered the thing. I was like, still doing that? So I don't know what's going on with my technology around me.
No, it's just the TV behind you or next to you.
Okay, so I also kind of haven't really thought anything because everything was just like made on the spot right now. So like I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm kind of stuck too a little bit.
I mean, it's one-off game. Really
I have a
doesn't matter.
question then for you, Rich. I'm looking at this, the various, I guess these are called fighter moves, basic moves. And are we supposed to put these into this character sheet?
They should already be on there.
Okay, so I look at basic moves and I hit the plus button and it just says new move.
Now, click the triangle.
The carrot?
Yeah.
It just opens up new move and that's it. There's no description below it.
Really?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can just drag those whole folders in there.
Oh, I gotta do that. Okay, cool. That's
Yeah, I thought
much
I did
easier
it to
then.
everybody, but
Basic moves. Battle moves.
that's your fighter move.
Battle. These aren't the same ones in here though.
That.
Oh, there they are. Class moves. They're there.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
throw 'em in
now
there.
it makes sense. Oh, you just put them in?
Drag and drop them.
I see. Sweet. All right, got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
I think I got it. I think I got it. So my character's name is, go back up. It is Kiri Doc, and I believe she was most likely a nun. She was adopted into a nunnery at age 5, and grew up still very curious about how the other young girls acted while growing up in the village that she grew up in, and eventually fell in love, despite the fact that that's kind of not really something that you're supposed to be doing when you're a nun. And with her rejection, she ended up running away and picking up the bow to try and make a living for her own, after not being able to find what she was looking for in her village.
So she's looking for love.
Essentially, also like she'll most likely,
You
like,
know,
because
I know.
the shaved head kind of
I know.
has like a, what's up?
I know. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? I was so close to singing that song. I was like, oh God, don't do it, don't do it.
Singing. I didn't realize you were singing.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love.
Yeah. But I think she probably didn't take that rejection super well. On top of everything, she shaved her head and started try to act more, I wouldn't say manly, but like not, I guess, because like she saw herself as like maybe too womanly. She tried to take on more male traits to maybe make herself stand out more. That's kind of like the gut feeling I'm getting from these qualities that I rolled up.
And what's your favorite weapon?
It was the longbow. Used for hunting. Like she had to find a way to take care of herself after running away.
I like it. Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Don't know why that song puts me in Cannonball Run, but that just made me realize that there's a video out there of an orangutan driving a golf cart all through this place and doing it beautifully. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess Cannonball Run didn't need Tony Danza in the back seat. They're just gonna take the orangutan and gone.
Hey, Rich, there's no drag and drop for gear, right? You put those in by hand,
Yeah, if it's not over there already.
like backpacks and things like that.
Yeah, I think there's a backpack in there.
Where would I find that at?
Under items directory. A longbow, a holy symbol, a backpack, and a water skin. Whatever juju put on
Huh.
those, I can do that.
I don't see them. I only see the ally moves, basic moves, battle moves.
Oh, you know
I don't
what?
see any.
The thing on Discord, or is it the play reference has a bunch of the gear first 2 pages.
I had the gear already written out. I was seeing if there was a drag and drop into
Oh,
I mean, I know what I need, but I just figured I'd drag it first, if possible. It's usually better to do that. Ooh, equipment. Wing my pen.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
With bated
All right.
breath.
So he is Malgus, the dwarven cleric. And I'm Sean, by the way, if that's important. Malgus had been married with 2 teenage children when he found his goddess, Baranar Truesilver. When his wife vehemently disagreed with his newfound faith, Malgus broke his marriage vows and left his home to spread the holy word. This makes him feel guilty, but he covers it up by healing and protecting and impressing others. That's it.
Yeah, I like it. You're here to protect us.
That's right. Don't talk about my shit.
6, 8, 9. Don't talk about my shit.
here's your steak, bro. Now I figured out his voice. Damn it.
I almost typed in ratios for rations. That'd been cute. So we gain experience by collecting silver.
You gain experience by doing stuff, by failing, basically.
By failing.
The moves will tell you to mark experience.
Gotcha.
Fail
Kind of.
upwards.
Kind of makes sense.
You learn from your failure,
Alright.
kind of thing.
So we've got a lonely-hearted ex-nun. We've got a castrated, vengeful fighter. We've got a cheating priest. Apparently, I don't know how you're cheating, but you broke your marriage vows. And we've got a ex-slave halfling
Mhm.
who, yeah. And we're on a boat, you said?
Oh, motherfucker.
I like it. I do have a sailing background, apparently.
Yeah, there's a reason they call you Seaman.
Because I have none. Oh, and I never smile. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, you just wait. I'll get you. At least expected it. Pop out of your trousers or something. God knows there's enough room down there now.
What a dickhead. Oh my god. I know you. I don't even laugh. I just stare at you with a grimace
Yeah.
on my face.
Cut off your balls and your laughter.
I know all you hear is this. That's what I think about you.
Not sure what that was, buddy, but you need to get that fixed. Have any of you tried Zevia, the soda?
Never heard of it.
It's
Okay.
like a okay. I swear to God, every flavor I've tested so far, as if they went, so how can we make it taste bad? I mean, I would drink the grape tasted like kids' cough syrup. Same with the Dr. Pepper one. The Mountain Dew, I don't know how you screw up Mountain Dew or lemon lime, but they did it for both.
Yeah, I've only tried the cola, I think, and I didn't like
I
it.
haven't tried the cola yet.
No, it tastes like stevia.
I bought a massive thing of all the flavors, like 2 of each, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna drink the other one. That's that bad. Start handing to kids. You like lemon lime, right? So they're gonna look. Teddy's gonna look me in the eye and probably kick me in the nuts. This is horrible.
Yep. I don't know. It's soda. He might drink it. All right. So you guys are coming up on this island. There's a large rock formation jutting out from the center of the island. It is surrounded by trees. They are short trees. None higher than 12 feet. Peeking above these trees, you can see a fair number of buildings. How would you like to approach?
Why are we here?
Because you found a book that told a story of great treasure and an evil lich.
Hmm. And somewhere in this book it mentioned the people who killed my family, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
I like it. Okay. We should be stealthy. You never know who's lurking in the shadows.
Lurking shadows? What? No, I'd rather
Bell
not.
rings on my collar.
Silence that.
Shush!
Exactly.
Got a mind of its own.
We're on a boat.
Yeah.
On a boat.
Man, every time
Is it-
every
are we
every
rowing
time
or
you say that,
somebody else
I
rowing?
want to play that song.
On a motherfucking boat. Are we rowing or somebody else rowing?
These guards you got with you are probably rowing.
All right, well, there's only one thing to do, guys. Dock the damn boat. Dock the boat, don't dock the boat, baby.
All right. Stephenless.
This is becoming a karaoke session.
Right. All right. So you can go straight towards where these buildings are, or you could probably go around the island a little bit and come on the other side of it.
I say we go. The
And that would take longer.
I say
to-
we take a route that is less obvious. If the riches are of what this book says, there may be many people here tempting fate.
And just because I
Alright.
didn't explain it yet, but this book that you read is the last session that you played.
Right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Where we all died horribly.
Yep.
Yes.
And I died last.
Wait, you guys died in the last session? I wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, you died
Oh,
too.
that's right, huh? Yeah, you died too.
I was what?
Yeah, you died too.
Oh, played the three?
Everybody died.
Oh
below
yeah,
that.
you didn't play.
And
We
that
were
was on
died-
purpose because we were just
So I died and
Well,
came back. A
who wants to
merciless,
fill,
vengeful eunuch.
Who wants to fill Tom in on what happened? On that,
So
in the latter half
essentially-
of the book.
Essentially, we went down into some like tomb kind of stuff, took on some giant statues. The ceiling collapsed, and we kind of went even further into the tomb of sorts to run
Through a
into through a portal, which didn't have a way back. It was a one-way trip, I think. And getting there, we eventually ran into a lich after going through some traps. And it was essentially like a level 10, 20 character going up against a bunch of level 1s. Because the only thing that could damage him was magical stuff, which was your dagger. And and so I essentially stole your dagger to
Which
try
was
and kill this thing.
My dagger, even though I wasn't online.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fire was hurting him too, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
it
I
was
was
doing 1 point of
ramming
damage.
fire into his face. Yeah.
And we covered him in a blanket and caught it on fire.
Yes, a lot of shenanigans to act, and like I was surviving hit after hit just because I had so much armor on. If I didn't have any, like if I had one less armor, I would have died a whole lot faster.
So everybody died after battling this lich. We all came back anew.
No, that was the end of the story that you guys read before coming here.
We found a book about it later, yeah.
Ah, so we're reading about the adventurers who perished fighting the lich.
Correct.
Here we are at
And they're
the
And it
actually
was somebody's
of their
bright
death.
idea.
This sounds like a great idea, guys.
Someone said, "Hey, they never went right."
Let's take on the master of the undead. Like I don't have
Wait a
enough
second.
problems in my life.
Who wrote this book if everybody died?
I have no idea. rumor.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So in the beginning of the
Snifter.
module, it says, it's talking about the book, and it says, unless it's all a hoax and there's just a bunch of cultists waiting on the island to kill the players. And at the end, there's a table to roll some random events that happened between then and now. The first one is, it's a hoax. It's a cult waiting to kill the characters. And that's what I rolled. But I was like, no, I'm rolling again.
I think that'd have been great. That's why we sail to the backside of the island and we take on these cultists and just annihilate them.
All right, so you come up on the backside of the island. The sun is peeking over the apple trees that you're noticing.
Apple trees?
Apple trees.
Really? Do you see any apples on the ground?
Yes.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick, is it possible to know how I calculate armor?
2? Did you buy a shield?
I did not.
2.
I just have just 2. Okay. Because can you have a shield and a longbow?
Yeah, probably not working together though.
Yeah. So yeah.
That wouldn't work too well. Anyways,
Get
all
someone
right.
to carry
So
your
we
torches.
see torches. Torches.
Someone
Sure, I
carrying
can
will
carry it.
torches.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Thank you.
I can carry one.
We only need one. Is it dark outside?
Well, they're
No.
for later, right?
Gotcha.
All right. So
Okay.
as you head
Torches.
closer to the town or towards the buildings, you're starting to hear yelling and grunting. It sounds like fighting. But you're not
Sounds like
hearing
what?
fighting. But you're not hearing
It is
metal
again.
weapons and armor. You're hearing what sounds like wooden weapons and armor.
I pull my spear out anyway, and I strap on my shield. My father's shield. It's my heirloom.
He's dead now.
It's not a very good shield, but it'll do the job for now. I didn't have the 25 silver to buy a new one. So we land the boat and disembark.
And there are apples in the trees and laying around at all.
So will that be helpful for someone's rations, perhaps?
Yeah, I'll climb a tree and grab a couple of apples.
I'll just shake one.
You don't have to climb far. Well, maybe you
Like,
do.
For me, it's far,
Right.
but I eat one while I'm up there.
All right. All right. So heading towards the buildings.
I pick apples from the tree with my spear, just like.
I stupid, you're bruising them.
Shut up.
What if I took a spear to your nuts? They bruise them.
I will take a spear to your butthole. You will
All
not,
right now, boys.
You will not make jokes anymore.
Oh, I might make a whole different set of jokes.
Why can't we just get along?
Oh, I love this guy. Nutless is my favorite nut.
I am going to kill him before the end of this day.
Please don't.
Right?
All right. So everybody starts to hear the fighting getting louder, and you're coming up upon a spot where you're going to see or be seen by at least 2 people engaged in combat.
Does it sound like real combat? You said it's like wooden things hitting each other. Like perhaps it's sparring. Because I've been trained as a mercenary. I think perhaps I would know the difference between actual metal on metal or.
Yeah. So if you stop and listen, it does sound like sparring. Sounds
I'll
like
say that.
someone's congratulating the other person. Right? Ho, ha, ha, good one. All right. Try it this way.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
So
Training.
there is not real fighting. They are simply practicing. Still, I think we should approach in a stealthy manner.
I agree, and I'm not very stealthy, so I'll let you guys go ahead.
Perhaps we send a little chihuahua. Oh, sorry. You, halfling.
Good
You like
dog.
Chihuahua is a good name for you.
No, dog.
Lots of bark, very little bite.
I'll bite your dick off. Then you'll be dick and nutless.
Too late. Already gone.
Oh my God. Your life just keeps getting worse.
All right. So one of you sneaking ahead, all of you sneaking ahead.
I mean, I think that perhaps one person should sneak ahead.
I'm guessing I probably have the best would sneaking be dexterity?
No, it would be luck.
No. Oh, luck. Oh.
You're not a
Well,
thief.
I
Yeah,
have
that is very
I
true.
have a 14 luck. Whose luck is higher?
14's a pretty good
Oh.
one.
Okay. I guess I will see what's going on.
All right. So I want you to roll plus luck for me. You'll be able
Okay,
to just
plus
click
luck.
on the ability up top.
Ooh, I like your picture of me. I love it. All right, ability up top. So click this luck. It's not a very good roll. Partial success.
So you're heading over there. How are you sneaking? What's it look like?
Broke up. Sorry, what was that, Rich?
How are you sneaking? What does it look like?
Oh, well, of course. So first of all, give me an what's a picture in front of me? I hear the practicing going on. Is there like a hill I have to crest? Is there trees that's blocking my view?
No, it's you're still kind of in the apple tree forest, and it's coming up to a clearing.
So it's a flat land, but it's got trees. I'm in the forest. No one can really see through the forest just yet.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So then basically I will be slowly approaching at a crouched position between various bushes and trees.
Right.
So I can get a better view of the landscape.
All right. So you get to where you're probably like 2 trees away from them, 2 or 3 trees. I guess a 12-foot apple tree isn't probably that big. Well, it's dwarfed, so we'll say they have pretty big trunks. So you're creeping around one of the trunks 2 or 3 trees away, and you snap a twig underneath your foot, and they
I
stop
stop.
sparring.
And I
Way
stop.
off.
So they stop sparring as well, and they kind of look around, and they yell out, "Hans!"
And then I take a rock off the ground and I chuck it about 70 feet in the opposite direction, not towards the party, but towards another direction. So it sounds like perhaps there's somebody from off in another way.
All right. So
Try to create a distraction, basically.
yeah, they fall for your distraction and start kind of heading out there. Hans! And the one guy who seems like he's a little older, you get a good look at him. They look like identical twins, except for one looks older. He's completely bald. He's lost a lot of hair. He's got a beard that's kind of splotchy. And his younger counterpart looks much better off than him.
Are they wearing any coat of arms or any kind of symbolism or anything that I could recognize?
No, it's very it's some sort of leather, some sort of animal skin, but you can't tell quite what it is. So the older one turns to the younger one and he says, "That Hans, he's sneaking up on us again. Come on, Hans, let's go get him." And they both trot off that direction.
Okay. And then I kind of turn back to the party. I don't know if y'all can still see me.
Probably not.
And I give it, okay. Before I left, I told them I would use some type of a bird call or some type of a call to clue them in if the coast was clear.
Sounds good. And I'll throw a rock.
Not a rock. I'll make a bird call, like
So you do the bird call.
whatever the hell it was.
All right. So you guys.
Because I mean, I would have to have like known certain calls, audio calls, especially when working in a cadre of warriors.
Yeah, definitely. You guys have had plenty of time on the boat to get your shit together and work out hand signs and that kind of stuff.
Oh gosh.
Anything else in this open field other than just training spar stuff?
No. There's a couple of different wooden weapons lying around. There is a stone axe, and there are large skulls that were made into helmets. These are broken. It's hard to tell exactly what they're made out of first glance.
Bone, right? They're skulls.
Definitely bone, yeah.
Okay. Well, we're all together now.
Yes.
And we probably want to move quick through this area before they come back. I've distracted them. We should move fast.
Let's do it.
Hey, boss.
All right. So, heading towards the central pillar island. Come to a moat about 20 feet across. the trees kind of go right up to it. So it kind of takes you by surprise. It's a 20-foot drop, it looks like. And the other side is kind of the sheer cliff of this pillar, or the sheer wall of this pillar.
Is there any crossing?
There is not, no, not here. You figure you could either follow the moat around until you find a crossing, or you could head towards the what you're now determining is a medium-sized village.
Okay. Gentlemen. Lady. Oh, and Chihuahua.
On the phone.
Don't make me show you my nuts. Don't make you show me my no. Fuck.
All right, now. Put these nuts away, boys.
You fail again.
But I like these nuts. And like she probably has like a bag of nuts.
These nuts.
Like that's like one of her rations.
And this one's not a smart one.
Well, I'm not a dumb one either.
Let's go to the village. I mean, if you guys don't have any preference, I mean, obviously it's a medium-sized village that would tell me that there's probably people there selling stuff, buying stuff. It's a
Yeah.
do we know anything about a village being on this island?
There was no village in the book. Yeah, and this place is pretty remote as well.
Maybe we don't go to the village. Maybe they're all evil cultists that want to eat us.
Do we know
Of course.
where in relationship to where our last characters died and where we are now?
Well, you know there's some sort of drawbridge that'll get you into this. And you're assuming that the drawbridge is kind of to your left and the village is to your right.
Wait a second.
Towards
I think
the
I
shore.
played this first mission because I had to get this
You did.
drawbridge down.
We got the second half is when we died. You weren't here for the second half.
Man.
Sweet
Alright.
magic dagger.
I remember that. I did have a magic dagger. All right. That one that kept going up in force.
Mhm.
But it did, I guess it didn't blow up on somebody.
It it did not. I made good use of it.
All right. So I say we I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I'm down with a village. Do you think it's going to be hostile to us?
I had
They're gonna bitch and moan if we go raiding this place.
What if we just come in as friends?
I am no
And then
man's
stab them in
friend.
the back.
I care not for this village. However, they may offer us information, or they may kill us. I don't
It
know.
may help us out if we somehow convince them that we were meant to go in there.
They literally make skulls into helmets. I don't think they really like people coming here.
Those were not human skulls, though.
But better not been dwarf skulls.
Too small. My head's too small. They won't want it. Plus, I'll kill them anyways.
They seemed like nice people. I don't think that they're out to kill us. But it never hurts to be cautious. Perhaps one of us enters the town and uses their charm to become friends. And that would not be me.
I think the only thing that I'm good for is my fleet of foot.
My charisma is a -1. So
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
mine
your
is also
modifier?
-1. I actually have a lot of -1s.
Anybody else have a decent charisma modifier?
Mine 0.
I'm 0 too, but I have 11.
Well, it's better
That beats my
than
10. But I'll go with you. Maybe I can,
Okay.
win
All
some
right.
favor with my god.
Fucking stupid.
you could
Halfling.
say that you are a traveling priest who is looking for
Yeah, looking for some,
converts.
or no, I could say that I'm looking for some information on the holy works that are in, beyond the
You've heard much
beyond the
about
walls.
You've heard much about the island, and perhaps there are people here that would like to hear your sermons.
Let's go find out.
All right. So how are you
Who's in?
approaching this town? Just kind of marching straight in?
Yeah, if there's an obvious door or gate, like guard gate.
There is no wall around the village. So you're just gonna kind of walk up, find a well-trodden path to approach the village. And when you get there, there's people. It's basically a large ring of houses. Some of them are built well, but most of them are not. Most of them look like they have fallen into disrepair and been shoddily repaired. So inside you can see people milling about. There is a fire in the middle of town. There is somebody there with a spit roasting something. There are people making different kind of weapons, working armor, that kind of stuff. And they all look similar. They all look like they are at the very least related. If not, they look very much like twins, especially the ones that are of similar age. The older ones, and when I say older, I'm thinking like probably 35 are the oldest ones. You can tell that they're still young, but they look awful. They look like they're diseased in some way. They are coughing. Some of them are lying down. There's a man that looks like he's just falling apart. He's wrapped in a purple curtain, it looks like. Purple silk curtain. And when you come into town, so when someone finally catches your eye, they say, "Ho! Welcome to Valhalla!" And then they all turn around and cheer. Woo! And can you roll reaction for me, please?
What's reaction?
It is a basic move on your character sheet.
Check reaction.
Check reaction.
How do we roll it?
Hey, dog. Thanks.
Did I roll? Oh,
Yeah, how do
crap. No, I just keep clicking it. Yeah. How would it roll?
There's no real way to roll.
Kind of person creature. Or double check there. I guess you just
Oh wait. So when you
D6.
oh no.
You should be able to roll it now.
Should we refresh it?
And they all like kind of brandish their weapons at you. like kind of cheering, but waiting to see how you are going to react.
I will start to slowly from the shadows because I'm sure that we're near, right? And we're kind of watching this
I
unfold.
Could be.
raise my axe above my head. Ah, where's the meat?
What did you say? Where's the mead?
Yeah, where's the goat? And then there's a goat that does mead.
They all cheer again. And
Mead, yes. Aha!
and they say, one of them walks up to you and he says, "Hi, I'm Hans. I'm kind of the guy in charge of greeting people now. We passed that along in our anyway. So, you guys aren't me," he says. "All these other guys, and you're the first people to come to Valhalla. Ha ha! Welcome to the land of fighting."
Oh,
Eat first.
You see, I'll walk out of the shadows then. And I'll join the other guys. With spear in hand and shield in hand.
Even more friends. What? So many people that aren't Hans.
So we look around at everybody. Is everybody actually Hans? As he
Everybody
suggests?
is actually Hans. Yes.
It's kind of what they said at the beginning when they were fighting. Hey, Hans, is that Hans? I wonder if that's Hans over there. You're like,
Gary.
either Rich is having like a problem here, or there's an issue with the
Can
people
only
on
come
this
up with
island.
one name tonight.
They're very yes.
well, it's better than everyone being named Olaf.
So he looks up at the sky and he says, "Well, I must be going. I've got a Hans degree, but make yourselves comfortable. There will be much fighting and much drinking. We have apple wine."
Hmm.
Ah,
All
And he
right.
starts to walk off.
please, Valhalla.
Can I tell if he's being sincere?
Apple
or-
wine or apple cider?
Wine.
I look at him quizzically.
He's walking off towards the.
Okay. Well, that's all right. There's 45 other Hanses there.
Yes.
We're gonna have our Hans full, guys.
Oh.
Ouch. Oh.
I think
Do we
Rich
need
is-
to get a Hans on?
Rich was waiting for this that to be said. You should have had like a little gong. Every single time someone makes a "Don't get Hansy with me," you start hitting the gong. Dong.
I should find some sort of sound effect board.
Or that. Bump.
All right. So what would you guys like to do?
I go looking for the goat because I'm looking for the meat.
We are here for one reason, and that is to go find this treasure, I guess. That was kind of what drew us to this island. So perhaps information would be helpful. But also, I'm now curious about why everybody here is Hans.
This is my brother Hans. That's my other brother Hans.
So that's another thing I want to try to figure out, perhaps through conversation or whatever.
So when they said they're fighting, does it clearly mean he's talking about sparring or?
That's that's what you assume.
Okay. Maybe we can ask them about what's on the other side of the drawbridge.
Be right back.
One of the Hans.
All right. So
Excuse me, Hans.
Your crackers, honey.
and comes over to you. Yes.
Yeah, we're wondering what's on the other side of that drawbridge.
Oh, that's where we come from. You know,
Well, thanks for the heads
when
up.
Hans
Oh, you
dies,
come-
Hans is reborn. There must be Hanses dying everywhere, though. I mean, there's plenty of Hanses dying here. The purple curtain goes to the one who's next.
Purple curtain. But yeah, any idea what the hell he's talking about?
There's a guy sitting on the ground, leaning up against the door. He looks pretty worse for wear. And he's wrapped in like a big purple curtain. Looks like it's made out of silk. Coughing into it. Very diseased or something.
So as a
That's
healer,
the-
can I try and heal some of these people? Is it possible?
Yeah, you definitely can. Sort of move. It's called lay on hands. Or all the way at the bottom under other.
Okay.
You would burn a constitution in either roll plus wisdom or charisma.
So
then
and that'll heal one.
complications are 6 minus, partial success is 7 to 9, and success is 10 plus.
And that'll heal one of these people.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a shot. What'd you say the roll was?
Lay on hands.
And did you actually get it to roll?
This one will roll, yes.
The icon for the word.
Oh, the icon. Gotcha. And that's against my wisdom or
Charisma.
or charisma, huh? Okay. What did I choose? I chose wisdom. Partial success.
So the heal points, your favor. 2. So the equivalent of 2 hit points. Which one are you doing it to?
The purple,
Curtain,
yeah.
Looks like he gets a little bit of life back in him, and he says, "Thank you," and he like coughs really, really hard, and he looks at his hand. He says, "Ha ha, no blood."
I'm going to take this opportunity to say, have you ever heard about a nice woman goddess? And I'm going to drop him the good news speech.
He retorts with what? He's like blown away, and he starts naming Norse deities, and they must be here somewhere. It is Valhalla after all.
All right.
All right, Tom, you were looking for information, yes?
Yeah.
All right, so that is find answers.
I mean, honestly, it's probably an intelligence check, which I'm not going to be good at, but
When you seek more information than is readily apparent, ask the judge a question and roll plus whiz, plus int, or plus wisdom to censor discern, plus int to recall or study, plus charisma to ask around.
Okay. Well, let's see what my best stat is. Well, either intelligence or wisdom, they're both zeros. So I'm going to ask we arrived at this island because of a book that we read. The book mentioned basically that there was potentially a a lot of treasure. However, it was guarded by a lich. But we stumbled upon your village, and it is funny that the book did not mention anything about a village. So, where did this come from, and where are these people? Where are you from, first of all? And then the other question would basically be, and have you heard of this book and or this treasure that is jealously guarded by the lich?
Go ahead and roll. All right, he says, yes, there's some treasure in there, I guess. I mean, we've been in there and cleaned it out, but I don't know if there's more to explore in there or not, but there was some treasures in there that belongs to our village now.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
So
Was there-
you took artifacts out of there, huh?
Yes. Would you like to see them?
Yeah, sure. Do you recall how long or how did you got in there and got out alive?
Oh, yeah, there's a drawbridge there.
Makes
And,
sense. Yeah.
I didn't get out alive.
Ah, I see.
That's, Valhalla. We're all dead, right?
Right.
Anyway, come on.
Ow.
Come on, I'll show you. And in one of the houses, they've got a little area set up. There is a small golden bowl that's about the size of an egg for an egg. There is just this mass of like silver wire that's just kind of jumbled up together. And there is a gold-plated glass funnel that's probably about 2 feet tall and 1 foot wide.
So you're all dead.
It's Valhalla, yes.
And you all died in this heap.
Yes.
You all die at
Well, no,
the same
just
time?
one of us.
Oh.
Me, Hans.
Just-
Hans died.
Hans died. And the rest of the Hanses here? Who are they?
They keep coming out.
They keep coming out.
We keep coming out of. I am not the
Perhaps.
original Hans. Original Hans
We should
is long gone.
I see.
We should
Past
show
and reincarnated, past and reincarnated, past and reincarnated. About this time, a bell rings. It says, "Oh, come! Let's greet the new Hans."
Huh.
And he kind of pushes his way through you guys, or pushes you forward out the door, whichever way you allow him through. And he gets out to the square. You guys follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So about the time you get out there, the Hans that walked away from you, who originally talked to you, is walking into town, and he's kind of conversing with a younger-looking Hans. And he kind of stops and gestures like he's showing the village off. And all the Hanses in the square say, "Welcome to Valhalla! Rah!" And the new Hans goes, "Rah!"
I don't know if these people are mad or actually blessed of some sort.
I think they're people.
Like,
They are not. They are not people.
So
You should
does
figure
this
out-
new Hans look like he's confused at all?
You kind of got that from when he was walking into town, things being explained to him, but he seems very excited to be here.
Ah.
And he's like walking around shaking hands with the other Hanses.
Hansai.
Hansai.
figure out how they make more of themselves. Not less, then you won't have to go without.
I don't think they know. We're gonna have to figure it out ourselves. Maybe we should show them the book that we have. See what they can make out of that. Is it a thick tome or is it just something they can get through
Like a
easily?
whole pack of
Yeah,
dogs.
it's a pretty big thing.
We can find out if they've seen anything like it or if they recognize the descriptions of what they saw inside.
They attest that they can't read, but as you recap it, they can recall some of the stuff. Yes.
So these are basically wayward souls that died in this keep, was kind of the gist of what I'm getting so far. People, perhaps adventurers, in search of treasure. And
Just this one.
The
Huh?
same guy. Yeah.
Same guy, yeah.
yeah, perhaps there is a lich
Which-
at the end of this who's
Which
essentially
doesn't really match up to what we read in the book because it looks like there's other people that have died that aren't Hans. As a matter of fact, one of the characters had that little egg bowl on her.
Wasn't there something about a
Oh yeah, you
About
know
a
what? They wouldn't have the egg
curtain?
bowl. was.
Ah,
Didn't there
don't
something
have
about a
the-
curtain and giving it to a statue?
Yes, you wrapped
curtain around
a purple
the
curtain around a
statues that came to
statue.
life after it fled. No,
ah.
before it
We
fled.
wouldn't know this.
You would.
Would
that
It's
be in
the book?
It's in the book.
Oh yeah.
It's
all in the book.
So these are all statues that have been destroyed and come back. It's the same person over and over and over.
Statues?
Because remember, the statues like were never ending, right? We killed how many? 12 of them or whatever.
That was the
They
right.
kept coming.
No, there's a whole bunch of statues, and there was a whole bunch of wraiths too.
Maybe they're both.
Because I remember the statues were limited, but the race,
Well-
well, the race were too, but they were limited to like 30 something.
And there were 12 statues, I believe.
How many Hans are there?
Many more than 12.
Right, well,
Yeah,
we
but
didn't get a chance to explore the whole thing, so
There's probably at least 100 of them here.
can we let's so the new Hans that came in, he gets the new he gets the purple drape,
No,
I think it's the oldest.
the oldest. The next to
the
die.
oldest. Oh, okay. Well, let's go up to the new one and introduce ourselves and ask him if he knows anything, if he can remember anything about his death.
He'll say yes. Hans mentioned that there were non-Hanses here, and that it's very strange. So it must be strange. Ha ha! So I was going through the tower trying to find stuff for my village. Not this village, the old village that was here before. There weren't as many trees either, I don't think. But yes, so I was in there and I came across some electrical bladed wire thing and was sliced to bits and electrocuted.
Oh wow.
And then I woke up in there and wandered out. And Hans was here. And all the Hanses. Valhalla!
Arr! Okay. So Rich has thrown us into some fucking crazy ass alternate dimension.
My head hurt.
Teetering
I'm
on
gonna go
the
back to drinking.
teetering on the edge of the undead world of Valhalla. All right. Don't know where the Hans term came from. Ask if they had. There were statues in the courthouse in the room in the entrance corridor after we'll go through where the drawbridge is.
Yeah, they will attest that there are one or two in there.
Mm. So this one was killed by a what you call a electric, whatever that means. Some kind of a force,
Lightning.
lightning, killed by a bolt of lightning.
There was a hallway that they walked through in the second episode. It was shards of glass sticking out of the wall. And it was lined with silver wire. And there was just enough room to like turn sideways and crab walk down it.
And those shards of glass and silver wire also could potentially carry a large bolt of lightning to kill people.
Hans will attest to that.
I see. We can ask other Hanses, and they probably all had died in different ways, I assume. Potentially.
Every Hans will give you the same story.
Oh, they all died from the same thing.
Yeah, and you get a little more of the story, a little different parts from each Hans that you talk to. So basically, you find out that the village is probably about 200 years old, and the old inhabitants of the village, his fellow Norsemen and women, left because there were just too many Hanses. And they were like, fuck that shit, we're out of here.
Do any of these Hans remember the Exodus?
No, it's been handed down.
Handed down.
Hans down.
Oh God.
Yeah, Hans has lived to be in their mid-30s. And then something happens and their body just fails.
Well, they're corporeal, and they're not like zombies,
Right.
obviously, but they are undead, essentially. Kind of. So something's reanimated them.
All right, so you start to hear the banging of a club on shield. And it's coming from kind of behind the ring of houses, and everybody starts to head that direction.
Okay.
Follow?
Yay! Yes.
All right, so there's kind of like a circular pit, a fighting pit, and there are two Hanses in what looks like maybe you get a good look at this skull, and it looks like maybe like a large like not quite a crocodile, but more some sort of lizard skull that has been fashioned into a helmet. And they are kind of circling each other, and one of them is banging on his shield. One charges the other. A small fight ensues, and it ends up with one of the Hanses standing over the other Hans, smashing his brains out of his head. Blood and gore flying everywhere. And everybody cheers.
And there was
Jesus.
much rejoicing. Yay.
Yay.
I say, my kind of people.
Are you next?
Certainly.
I'm sure if you die, you'll just come out like the other Hanses.
I've had worse fates.
Yeah.
You've died before?
Worse.
Twice.
We've all died
we
before,
died.
friend.
Left, right, center. I'm pointing to his crotch.
So, sure. Let's go. Let's do it. Did you really want us to go into an arena fight?
I don't care.
I mean, we could do this, or we could try to get into the tower. What do you guys want to do?
Up to you. I don't think that my guy's gonna want to do any arena fighting himself. But you know what? He's there to
Ah.
encourage you and maybe give you a heal or two if you come out of it alive on the other side.
And if not, then I lived a good life. I could live a better life, though. If I kill more of my traitorous bastards.
Kill 2 Hans in the morning. I kill 2 Hans at night. I kill 2 Hans, and I kill 2 Hans, and I kill 2 more.
So I sharpen my spear tip and I enter the arena. Whenever the next fight is starting.
All right, so the Hans that won the first battle wins the second battle, and he welcomes you into the ring, shakes your hand, does one of those weird grabbing your forearm thing, and backs up, picks up his bloodied club, and starts banging it on his shield. What do you do?
I ask if I can use my spear.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. Then I shrug off my backpack, drop my non-essentials, and enter the fray.
So
And I
it
do
is
this.
you and Hans.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm like,
All right, and it looks like he is waiting for you to make the first move. Draw, as it were.
since I've never used this combat before, then I will do a class move. I guess it would be like,
Well, what do you want to do? How are you going to charge into this battle? Or are you going to charge into this battle?
I will try to yes, I will charge into the battle. So I guess I would be using the fight battle move. When a single combatant deals, when you engage one or more foes in combat, roll plus strength. When a single combatant deals damage to multiple targets, complications, partial success, success. Yeah, I'm just I think I'll just of course they have nothing to live for because they're all dead. Whereas, I might have something to live for, but still I enjoy the bloodthirstiness of battle. So when given a chance.
All right, go ahead and roll your fight.
All right, do I just click this? Partial success. So inflict damage on some portion of the intended effect, but suffer the enemy's attack in return. So I guess I left myself open when I jammed my spear at his exposed flank.
Right, so yeah, you kind of get in there and you slice a bit of his flank, and you leave yourself open to a club to the back. How much damage does your spear do?
The spear does damage.
Right.
Hold on. I'll tell you. I got the basic rules here. Spear should be listed down in the equipment. The spear does damage of 1d8.
Pierce.
So I'll roll a d8. Once I can pull that window up again. And that's the wrong one.
Ooh, it ignores 1 armor. Nice.
So I roll a 4 damage. I don't think is there any modifiers that go on to damage?
So you can spend metal to increase your damage.
And is that under the moves, under the class moves?
It is not. It is under the class, which didn't pop in here. So if you go into the items directory and under class moves, open up the fighter folder, and there's a thing called fighter.
Okay. Items directory. Wait. Under battle moves?
No, under
Basic moves?
class moves.
I don't have a class moves list. I have a class moves in my actual thing. It's bend bars, favorite weapon, no guts, no glory, rebel in battle.
It's under.
I don't have the rebel battle.
Might be under other.
It's fine. I'm not
Oh
gonna.
no,
I'm
it's
not
on
gonna
a plus
spend.
10. You can spend that metal.
Yeah, that's the rebel in battle, which I
Yeah.
didn't roll plus 10, so or 10 plus. So I'm not gonna obviously spend any metal on this, but I did do 4 points of damage.
All right. So he has 1 armor. Your spear ignores 1 armor, so he takes 4 damage. And he is bleeding pretty profusely. His club does 4 damage to you,
And I have 3 armor.
so it does 1 damage.
Okay, so 5. And I'm like, oof. Good strike. Good strike.
Says, ha ha!
Shall we go again?
And coughs. And he's still ready. He's got his shield up and ready to go at you again.
Okay, so then this time I'm gonna feign an attack to the left and then strike to the right with my, I guess I have a shield in one hand. It's almost like I go to shield bash him kind of sort of with my left, but I kind of feign it to make him think so he moves himself, and I try to jam him with my spear again.
All right.
And this would this be the same roll then? I think so, right?
Yeah. Same roll.
Partial success.
All right. So roll some
And-
damage.
Ooh, woof.
And he swings down on you as well. Does nothing because you have 3 armor. And he like comes down hard on you, and then he like raises his shield, and he looks down, and your spear is like sticking through him, and he slumps down to the ground and bleeds out.
And I pull my spear out of his guts, and I wipe the tip down, and as he's in his dying breath, I say, "Well fought, sir, well fought."
I'll see you soon, he says.
I'm sure you will, Hans.
And with that, I'm probably just gonna like gag a little. Like this is all new to her. Like a bunch of people just going off and killing each other. It's like, doesn't really sit well in the stomach.
Reminds me of home.
And as your next competitor is getting ready to enter the ring, the bell rings again from the square, and everybody kind of shuffles back there to greet the new Hans.
It's the same one I just killed.
Does he remember?
Nope.
Did it suck it?
Nope. He only remembers to the point that the rest of the Hanses remember.
So basically getting killed in the tower.
Yes. And
So
back
this
behind
is
the
a
fight ring,
mystery.
there is a pile of Hanses.
Just a pile of them.
Pile of them. It looks like it's a funeral
Oh,
pyre.
gosh.
A pile of flesh. This is getting disturbing.
Sounds like a good band. Pile of Hans.
You get like a death metal band. All you hear is horns.
A foreign death metal band.
Norwegian.
Those are the best.
Norwegian death metal, and all they're doing is growling into the mic.
What was that
Carter
cartoon?
had a
Metalocalypse.
Metalocalypse.
thing of the.
Yeah, I was a huge Metalocalypse fan.
I love Metalocalypse. When I was younger, I was actually able to do the manager pretty well, do a voice of him. I don't know if I could still do it. I haven't tried in years, so.
Carter has a clip that he found of the throat singers from Dune singing hamburger cheeseburger, Big Mac. There's over and
Oh
over
my
again.
god. Oh my
Hamburger
god.
cheeseburger Big Mac, hamburger cheeseburger Big Mac, hamburger cheeseburger Big Mac.
I think I've heard that too.
And he just loves it. Every time he plays it, he giggles.
That's awesome.
Make him play it next time he's here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave the arena with the rest of the crowd as they all gather around and welcome the new Hans, and I'll let them continue their fighting.
All right, so they offer lunch to you.
Gratefully eat it.
Is
Fast.
cooked dog. Wild dog is the only game they have on this island.
Wild dog?
Wild
Uh-huh.
dog.
All right. I just listened to the hamburger cheeseburger Big Mac. That is a weird fucking song. Actually sounds very close to how you were singing it, Juju.
Can't quite get that back of the throat.
Big Mac, hamburger cheeseburger Big Mac, hamburger cheeseburger Big Mac. So fucking weird. YouTube's got some shitty stuff in it. Okay, so we have wild dog for lunch. That's appetizing. Well, I've had worse.
Wild dog and apple wine.
I was gonna say, you're a soldier. Of course you have. You've had hardtack,
I've had worse.
rotten
This is-
hardtack with the weevils and all that crap.
This is gourmet. Thank you for your generosity.
He's giving them a lip. I grab a little bit of his.
Excuse my friend, he is like a chihuahua. Small little dog.
Angry.
Bigger than you. And grab
Very,
a crotch.
very angry. All right. So let's try to get into the tower.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm just kind of curious if my characters actually had dog before. Like, I wouldn't doubt it, but it probably wasn't pleasant the first time.
All right, so you guys just gonna wander off into this tower?
no, I want to get an understanding of how we're gonna lower this drawbridge.
Oh, the drawbridge is already down.
Oh shit.
Otherwise, the Hans couldn't
good.
get out. After
Alright,
lunch,
sounds
Hans
good.
offers to walk you there because he's going to retrieve the new Hans.
All right. That was easy.
A lot easier than the first time we tried to get in.
Right? Because someone knocked it down already.
All right, so let's guess we wander in. Maybe we won't make the same mistake as last time. Is it a lot of statues in the courtyard?
There are 2 in the courtyard, I believe. 3.
Do they look like Hans?
Nope, they do not.
Huh. And the alcoves where the other 10 were gone.
Correct, yeah.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, so also in this foyer is so there's the 2 statues off to the right that remained. Above you is like kind of like a balcony where it looks like there used to be a throne that's deteriorated. Behind it is a doorway, and below the balcony in front of you is a set of double doors.
Okay. Just like before then. But we wouldn't know this because we're.
We read
have
the
the
book.
book.
The book said they went
Oh,
this way.
Yeah,
that's
we
true.
read. Yeah, it's because we read the
So,
book. We know.
Read the
I
book. We know all the
start-
stuff.
Walking towards the back to go upstairs.
So I say, well, according to the, well, I wouldn't say it like that. According to the book, we are attacked from the front by those statues. Perhaps we can bar the doors.
Statues came from the back. The ghosty things came from the front.
I guess it depends on which direction we're facing. I think the statues came from the
foyer,
front.
through the double
So
doors in front of you.
we may want to bar the doors somehow, some way, if possible, so they can't come through, so we can avoid that attack.
We can just destroy the 2 statues.
Huh?
Or we can just destroy the 2 statues here. I get my axe out.
We could. I just don't know if it's the. Maybe if you guys want to fight the statues, I'll
Right
fight.
now they're inanimate. Why don't we just break them?
Can we break them?
I go walk over with my axe and I hack into a leg.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Damage.
Kind of hard to miss a leg, a stone right in front of you. So
I think it's more like how well the cut goes in. Like,
All right, so yeah, you hack it and it ends up getting it right in the hip. You feel like if you had something heavier, it would be easier, or maybe blunt. But your statue or your axe does the job, and it just smashes this thing to bits.
of course it's dull as shit now. So
And the other statue turns to face you, starts coming at you. What do?
And I run into it and hack it.
All right, roll fight.
Everybody, or what?
No, just Juju.
There it is.
All right, so yeah, this thing comes at you, and you just swing again, very hard at it, and go ahead and it definitely takes a chip out of it, but it keeps coming at you.
One second. Where is it?
Spend some metal.
you guys need help? Do you want help?
Evidently, yeah, I don't found that one.
We're just watching Juju just like
What's that?
slam into these
It's not on my
fucking
character sheet,
statues.
the
Oh, Revel in Battle. It's
Rebel
under
Battle. Stunned. Yeah, I will burn No. Well, yeah. I'll burn a resource and stun it, so I can swing it again before it hits me.
All right. Tom, what would you like to do?
Well, apparently we're gonna fight a bunch of statues.
Oh, there's only one now.
I'm gonna do a shield bash or some sort. I'm thinking something blunt would be good and heavy, which is my body weight.
Sounds good. So you go barreling
Sands.
at this thing.
Just go barreling at it and just try to knock the damn thing over with my shield.
All right. Roll fight. All right. So roll D4 for damage. All right, and as this thing crumbles into big pieces, it smashes you on the way down for 3 points of damage. You're lying under a pile of rubble now, pile of statue.
So my armor doesn't help that, right?
No, your armor does actually. Right, you got 3 armor. So nothing but a bunch of rocks.
Basically, I get up and I dust it off me. Ashes to ashes. You know the rest.
All right.
And that's all statues?
That's it. Just 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Why does my guy look like my guy looks like he's playing field hockey?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
It's like a really mean looking scythe.
He's gonna whack your kneecaps with.
Yeah. You're gonna chop your kneecap off. Just a flesh wound.
All right. What would you like
All right.
to do?
Let's
So-
continue up the.
Next thing we read was about the story behind all the crazy ass ghosts that came out of that room, or sort of wraiths, I guess.
Yeah. Are you going through the double doors then?
Do the double doors and then up the stairs.
Yeah, I think
Alright,
I'd
so
be
you,
at this. I think at this point I'd probably be like, I was ready to draw my bow, but like it was taken down a little bit quicker than she thought. So she draws her bow now to, like, if we open the doors, like she wants to fire at anything that pops out.
So you open the doors, and there's a pathway to the left that goes upstairs, and there is a pathway to the right that splits into 2.
And she takes a big old deep breath. The concept of undead is still a bit overwhelming.
Which way would you like to go? Up the stairs or to the right?
To the right.
Okay.
They went up the stairs because they were dum-dums. We gotta do the whole floor. We're not dum-dums.
All right. So there is the passage splits in 2, off to the right and off to the left.
The right passage goes right and left.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, we chose wrong last time. Just, I guess,
You go right. And right.
to the right,
and
I guess.
And right. Right's the right way. So we go right. Right?
Sounds
Okay.
good.
And I start walking right.
All right. So it goes the passage curves around right, and then it goes back left and opens up into a room. Let's see here. There is a old but still functional ballista loaded with a round shot aimed towards a bronzework gate bolted towards the wall, bolted into the walls. Standing upright beside the ballista, motionless, are two withered corpses holding bronze battle axes. One of them wears a key around its neck on a copper necklace. And it is warm and humid in here. And you're noticing that the walls, as said in the book, in the upper parts of the tower, are smooth, perfectly square, and warm to the touch.
So, like, in essence, we are robbing a tomb, like, and this is like a general smooth area. So, would this make us smooth criminals?
God.
Oh
They have
my
to attack
god. You gotta get
her.
that sound effect board, Rich.
All
Wah, wah, wah.
Tag trombone, rim shot.
Yep.
What is that? Air horn?
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
All right.
All right.
Would you like to do?
Don't know the words, so just know the beat.
The Alien Ant Farm version.
Okay. So we're in a smooth room. And
Slowly stand back up.
is there anything of observable quality we should look for in here? It's just completely devoid of anything but like the walls.
No, there is a large ballista, or I guess a regular sized ballista. It looks old, but it is loaded with a round shot aimed towards a bronzework gate bolted into the walls. Standing upright beside the ballista, motionless, are two withered corpses holding bronze battle axes. One of them is wearing a key around its neck on a copper necklace.
There were other undead in the book, right? You said they were like wraith-like creatures.
There were shadows, yeah, shadow satyrs.
Okay. So, I think because there were undead before, she's not going to trust anything that could be undead. And I want to know if I can launch an arrow at one of the corpses.
Yeah, go ahead. That would be shoot.
Awesome. Yeah, shoot.
Bro, I believe.
There's so many buttons. Okay, battle
Shoot
moves.
or throw under battle moves.
Shoot and throw. Okay. So how do I do the thing?
You click on the picture.
Oh, I click the picture. Okay.
Rebel and Battle is under other. Can I move that up? No, I can't.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage after you choose one from the list.
Okay. So they're both 5. What is this -2?
I don't know why it applied that to you. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay. No idea either. So would it mean that it's an 11? No?
It's,
There's
there is. Oh, you know what? On your character sheet.
Oh, because like I'm technically considered encumbered.
This thing isn't that smart. So yes, it would be an 11.
Okay.
5 and 5 and 1. So that would be a complete success, which is Deal damage. Go ahead and roll damage.
And what would I do to roll damage?
Roll whatever damage your longbow is.
Oh, right. I forgot. That's a. This is a longbow again. It is a longbow. It is a D8. Ah, got it. Okay, that's how I do it. I think. Sorry if I'm a
Click on
little.
You have to click on the 8-sider.
Okay. Okay. It's an 8, I think. Okay. Got it. 5 and plus 1, or is it just 5?
No, just 5.
Okay.
Let's see here. They've got armor 1. And yeah, that totally like you shoot which one do you shoot? The one with the key or without the key?
I think the one with the key, because like that's the thing that we would be going after first.
All right, so you hit this thing kind of square in the head. It stumbles backwards, and the arrow kind of sticks it to the wall for a second, causing a chip to come out of the wall. And then it just like slides down with the arrow kind of dragging down against the wall, that metal on stone sound that's so lovely. And it slumps to the ground dead. Other one, however, comes at whoever's standing in front. With that,
I don't know. Which one is it? Which one of us is it?
no, I'm thinking it's probably Juju. You got the spear.
I'm not one of the guards.
One of the guards is probably not leading. We're gonna say Juju for now, and then we should set up a marching order.
Yeah, I mean, I was going first. I'm walking in first. Then I hit the ground and stood back up. So I'm definitely in the room.
Okay. Juju, you are being attacked.
Bring it on.
There is a corpse shambling towards you. Quickly.
Okay.
Fast.
So can I attack it first?
Yes, yes. I don't
Okay.
attack. I don't attack.
Ah, okay.
I roll damage
So-
to this, but
Ooh, complicated. Let's make a. So
when you mark, you just fill in
Mark.
one of those boxes. Strength, Constitution, or
mark.
Dexterity.
upper deck. And then where'd it go? Two or more. Oh, okay. And then you make a move. Okay.
All right. So you guys hear from behind you, dogs barking and coming your way.
I just realized I didn't do what I should have done. Oh well.
What's that?
I should have went in just no guts, no glory.
Hmm.
I'll do it next round.
So dogs are coming up on your back flank, heading towards probably your guards. All right, let's set up a marching order for me here. Who's in front? Juju,
Me.
sticking with that? Okay. Who's behind Juju?
Me. Unless you want to put the cleric between the two of us.
You guys can stand two abreast too in most of these.
Oh,
So would you like to be next to
Okay.
him or behind him?
I'll be next to him.
And where would you like to be, Sean?
Which one is me?
You are this one right here. I don't have that model.
Ah.
installed. You're the guy with
The
the
tall
shield
dwarf.
and
Okay. All right. I'll be behind, just behind the front rank of guards.
One of the guards suggests that you stay in the second rank. Tom.
Okay.
Attack above him.
Sounds good.
I would most likely be like
Very
right in front of the. Yeah,
In the very back or with guards behind you?
guards behind me. So like kind of like sandwiched in the middle, but like back middle.
Like that?
With the cleric.
Close that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right. So these dogs are coming up on your back rank. You spin around, Will, and you see these things coming at your guards. What do you do?
I launch another arrow.
All right.
Yep.
Let's shoot again.
Give me one moment. Moves. Shooty, bang, bang. Bop. I got a 9 this time.
So go ahead and pick one of those three things.
Let's see. Dealing your damage twice and use you. I'm gonna do the second one.
Okay.
So
go
I-
ahead and roll damage twice.
Okay, 2d8. It is the lower one is 2.
Right. And that kills one of the dogs.
Oh dang!
All right. I hate to do this in the middle of combat, but I gotta go to the bathroom. Sean, I believe you will be up next. Sean or Tom, either one.
Yeah, we don't have a speed this time, so we don't know who's first, second, third on that crap. Even though we ignored it the last time.
Okay. Do you want to go next,
Okay.
Sean?
Sure. I mean, I guess the only thing I have to do is to smack something.
Me too.
A smooth criminal.
Can't help it now, can you?
That song it gets stuck in my head so easily because I love I love the Alien Ant Farm.
You're very welcome.
Huh?
The window was a shadow of Cassandra. Came into her apartment and left bloodstains on the carpet. She ran to the table. You could see her. She was unable. She ran into the bedroom. She was struck down. It was her dome. This is such a strange fucking, like, if you read the words of this fucking song, it's like, what the hell?
You
Came
know
into
Well, it
where?
makes sense.
Do you know where Annie, Are You Okay came from?
No.
It was what they originally called the CPR dolls. Annie was the name of the doll, and they would, the first thing you should do is say, Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay, Annie?
Then you start CPR. That's where you got it from, but they updated the CPR shit a long time ago. Stop saying that.
So he basically took the whole Annie doll and the resuscitation and whatever. Smooth criminal, maybe that's because all of the dolls are smooth. Damn. It's just a very strange song, that's all.
Pretty strange.
Okay, so you're
Right,
you're smacking something.
I'm gonna hit something.
You are okay. You're gonna have to break away out of formation.
Is there something
Going
on me
forward.
at all?
There is not, no.
Does it make sense to wait till something comes? That's kind of what he would do, I think.
Okay. So you have ally moves as well.
Aha.
So
Just one of these guards. That just means I give them orders. See what they analyze something. All right. So if I tell him to step forward, does that immediately give him the move to do it now?
yes, yeah. There's not really combat turns or combat order. You just go with kind of what
Okay.
feels right.
And looking at our line here, is north of us to where we're facing, or is it south of
Correct,
us? North of us.
Facing
Okay.
north, there's one shambling zombie thing.
I'm gonna tell
There
the
are
guy
guards
that's standing catty corner to me to run up there and hack away.
Right. So why don't you roll, see what he can do, what they can do. He has a confidence of 3. I believe it will ask you put a modifier in there.
Yeah, choose the modifier for see what they can do.
Yeah. So 3 would be the modifier.
3. All right. Complications.
Show me what you got.
All right. So he is going to move out of rank. So the dogs kind of jump on this guard right here. Start mauling him.
Jesus.
Tom, what do you do?
I'm gonna try to spear one in the gut.
All right.
Get him off this guy.
All right. So probably heading down here
Yes.
and probably
Ready,
roll
fight.
fight or you charging into battle with little thought for your personal safety.
I mean, sure. Yes. I don't know where that's at though.
No guts,
But
no
no
glory.
glory.
Hmm?
No
No
guts,
guts,
no glory.
No guts, no glory. So partial. Wait.
So go ahead and roll. Just roll.
Burn one wisdom, then roll plus wisdom. Mark wisdom and choose one from the list below. You have +1 armor until you're capacitated. Da, da, da. Take one +1 ongoing until you suffer damage. Partial success. Because I would have gotten a partial success on this then.
Is your wisdom +2 as well?
No, it's 0, but still, I think a 7 is a partial success, right?
Partial success, yep. Okay. So
So
that would be choose 2 from the list.
+1
So,
ongoing.
+1 ongoing means you will get +1 to your rolls.
Nice.
There is also something called +1 forward or -1 forward as well. And that applies to your next roll.
So I will
What is-
choose
yeah,
all
what does the forward
allies
do?
witness to my courage takes +1 forward. So
Okay.
all allies will get a +1 on their next attack. How many dogs are there?
There are there's probably going to be 5 now, but there are 6 at the moment. All right, so
And then the other one will be
while you're thinking about that, if everyone else scrolls to the top of the move section, there is a ± thing that says forward. You click the plus button on that, it will put a 1 in that forward, and then it will automatically apply it to your next roll. And then it will reset it to 0, I believe.
and the other one will be I'll have +1 armor until I'm incapacitated.
We're adding 1 to the forward. Is that
Correct, yeah.
okay?
Unless you guys think I should just take the opposition's interested in me until I'm incapacitated or until a greater threat presents itself. What do you guys think? I have 5 hit points left, and I have 3 armor.
You're gonna have to make your own decision, my friend. I'll take the plus.
I'll take the +1 armor until I'm incapacitated. I'm sure I'm going to draw some ire of a few dogs. All right, so I got to roll my damage as well, right? D8. 8.
Yes, one less dog.
Yeah, dog skewers. And I turn to dog. I go,
Feed the Hans.
you almost see me crack a smile, but not quite.
All right. Will, you see Tom's character spear a dog that is one of the dogs that is trying to maul this guard. What do you do?
Yeah. I'm gonna. How many other are on top of him right now? Is it all of them, or is it just like?
Yep, all 5 of them
All
are going
5,
at
yeah.
this guard.
I think I'm gonna launch another arrow to try and kill another. I see that like it looked like basically just a little scratch killed these things. So like she's gonna try and assist from a range, like take a couple steps back and steady yourself again. There's because I have metal. I have other things I can do, right?
If you
see
roll
if there's
10+, I believe.
okay. Well, that's how I'm able to. If I roll, roll a 10+. You may spend 1 metal to add 1 or more. Okay. Increase damage. Ignore amount of target's armor. Condition. Okay, got it. Okay, so that's more for like big fights. Okay, so I'm just gonna shoot. I got a 7.
All right, so pick one and then roll damage.
I'm gonna do the twice damage thing again.
Okay.
And the total for the lowest one is 3.
All right. Yes, he takes out the dog.
Okay, and that's it for me.
Yes, it applied your +1 forward. Take it off your character sheet. So. Oh. All right, so the dogs are going down in the background. Gone. And your guard is still getting mauled by 4 of these things. What do you do?
Me?
Yep.
Can I do a turn undead thing?
I don't think so. So the only undead is the one in front of you, and he's got no place to run. And I would say turn undead would fall under prey. No, not prey.
Right, okay.
Invoke. So invoke is kind
Okay.
of like spell.
So I roll on this table here.
So no, I assign hubris. So if you were gonna turn undead, I think that that would probably be 2. Then you would decide. You roll minus hubris. So you just I think you click invoke.
I have a holy symbol.
Yes. So instead of being -2, it would be -1.
-1. All right. Come on. What's her name? All right.
Oh. All right. So you've got 3 uses of turn undead. One of which you can use now if you like.
I would.
Right. And the undead thing flees into the corner and kind of slides down in the back and like bares its fingers, its bony fingers, hisses at you all.
All right.
Well,
I don't feel
dogs
any
munch
kinship. As the dog's going after the undead guy.
down. No, they are munching down on the guard in the back still.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Juju, what is dog gonna do about these dogs?
Screw the dogs. There's 2 undead here.
There's only one undead, and he's cowering in a corner,
Fine.
scared of.
No guts, no Gloria. Go running in.
All right.
And I'll do the armor and all allies get a +1 to forward.
So everybody else, go ahead and click that +1 forward. Yeah, and I guess you don't roll damage with that. Very strange.
With what?
No guts, no glory.
You don't roll damage?
No, I don't think so.
Well, how the hell does that even mean anything? You run into battle? You just run in and scream?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll attack or fight, Juju.
Oh yeah, maybe you have to take a fight roll after you do that.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and roll damage.
There we go.
All
That
right.
doesn't get any strength bonus, does it?
No.
Okay.
All right, and you chop up another dog, and the dogs have finished with this guard. He is tore up, down, and the 3 remaining dogs are trying to drag him away. He's unconscious, bleeding out.
well, I guess we should go
What would you
save
guys
the
like to
guy.
do?
So,
So the dogs are leaving
Yep.
with the dead body.
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe we should let him go then.
well,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, they probably won't be back.
I thought I was
I
cold-hearted.
I cannot do that.
All right. Well,
I am, yeah.
Shooter
Well, I
throw
think this is
again?
my attack.
Sure. Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
The character heritage thing. Humans and halflings get a +1 forward. Or it says take +1 forward. So that means every round they get a +1?
Probably not.
Okay.
That's in like near character creation, right?
Yeah, it's the character heritage. You roll the d20.
Okay.
It says halfling, you eat an extra ration and take +1 forward.
When you eat an extra ration, take +1
Oh,
forward.
when you eat extra. Okay.
Yeah. Human is when you act on a personal vice, take +1 forward.
Damn, I gotta eat a lot.
You have been.
All my apples.
A lot of apples.
And part of his dinner. That's true.
Go for it, Tom.
I ain't done with these dogs yet. How far are they away from me? Can I catch them?
Oh, of course.
All right. I'm gonna run up and try to stab another one. Whoa. Oh, I do. I want to try to skewer 2 of them with that roll. Shit.
Good, yeah.
Let's see.
Have we spent any resources yet?
1 wisdom. When you
Um,
roll +10, strike hard, strike true. None of those really allow me to skewer 2 of them.
But
Be more
a
like an-
single combatant deals damage to multiple targets. Roll damage for each target
Oh.
individually.
So I can potentially skewer 2 of them. Do I have to roll twice?
Yes.
So roll 2 different attacks.
No, roll 2 different damage.
There you go. That kind of makes sense.
And you have check morale.
I do.
Battle boost. Can you go ahead and roll check morale?
What's the prompt?
Plus nothing.
0. They will fight
Oh.
to the bitter end.
Dog.
Well, I kill at least
drops
one
its
dog.
leg, and it comes limping at you, fury in its eyes, foaming at the mouth. Will,
Rabid
this dog is
beast.
going to attack your friend. What are you going to do?
I'm shooting. I'm a move and shoot girl. That's what I do. That's my 4th arrow. Okay.
No, you have not. Do not mark arrows.
Oh. Okay, got it. Okay.
See where it says so the things you get to choose from, one of them is mark off 1 ammo.
Okay,
So you don't mark ammo unless it tells you to,
got it.
or you
Okay.
choose to.
So okay, gotcha. So I'm gonna do the roll 2 damage dice again. Pop up. And that it. Damn, I'm pretty good on this, but like, it's 5 damage.
Murderizes this last dog.
Yeah.
And you are left with the undead cowering from Sean as he yells, "The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!"
And it's sitting in the corner going, "Why you doing it to me, Davey? Why?"
So you finish this dude off, pick up the key, and now you're holding this key on a copper necklace, staring at a gate that it definitely opens, that a ballista is pointed at, and warm air is coming out of. I think that is a good point to end for tonight.
I
Ugly
agree.
duckling.
Cool. Remind me though, this is a new. So we're playing a different system, but in the same, basically the same world.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And it's the same kind of base system. It's based on it's called Powered by the Apocalypse. It's based on Apocalypse World. And that's kind of like the last 3 things we've played, I think. World of Dungeons, Vagabonds of Dyfed, and then this Freebooters on the Frontier are all 2d6 and then 6 minus, 7 to 9, 10 plus.
Gotcha.
They're all a little more narrative focused, so like rounds are very loosey goosey. If you want to attack 2 things, you say I attack 2 things. This one's supposed to be this one's set up to be a little truer to old styles of play. So there's a lot of exploration stuff, a lot of wilderness stuff, a lot of downtime stuff, and a lot of like NPC stuff. So a lot of stuff that we're not going to see. But it's I like the way the system is written. It's got a lot of the guy who wrote this system wrote a book called Perilous Wilds, which I've used for like 10 years in gaming.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's great. It's right here.
Neat.
So you're pulling this kind of stuff from that, like this campaign kind of sort of.
Well, the story is from Lamentations of the Flame Princess. It's a D20 system. It's based on basic expert D&D.
Gotcha.
With, some tweaks. I think it's encumbrance is different and ascending AC instead of descending AC. Descending AC is stupid.
Descending AC.
Yeah. So -10 is the best.
So like
AC.
that.
Thaco, baby.
Yep.
Thaco.
Why is that? What is the backwards logic behind that? I don't get it.
War games were made that way basically. They didn't have numbers that went that far, so your like their armor value would be the lower it was, the better it was. And then you would look on a matrix. So there would be, a column in a row, and you'd go, okay, I rolled this, his armor's this. So that's, what I need to roll.
Yeah, as far as the impetus behind making the armor class lower being better, more armored, that was always been mystery to me, like since Dungeons and Dragons
sense?
Red Book.
Yeah.
How did that make sense to people? Like,
it was a wargaming thing that came over.
Just try to read the basic edition book someday. Like,
what do you mean by wargaming?
It started out miniatures.
Yeah,
miniatures.
wargaming.
Yeah, those big fucking tables they would have put.
Chainmail came out the year before D&D, and it was basically their first draft, but it was still very much miniatures first.
I think it's just because there's all these dudes are all fucking stoned out of their mind.
Because everything else goes up, and this one just had to be different.
What if we had the system, where we could roll dice and smoke pot and kill each other's characters?
Well, they had these systems already, except it was for armies. So the idea was, I would just want to play a dude in this army. Crazy.
The war games are pretty cool to watch. I mean, they take fucking days to finish too.
Yeah.
Look into Necromunda. It's a small squad based one, and usually you could have it done in like 2 hours.
I think that I've seen people play those big fucking tables at these conventions, and they'll literally take the entire convention.
Oh, yeah, no. When I go play Warhammer, the half the time we set up, we start playing, and 7 hours later we're at the third or fourth turn, and we just give up.
That's insane.
That kind of sounds like Monopoly.
No, it's 10 times worse than Monopoly.
No.
Not worse is the wrong way of putting it.
The secret to Monopoly is don't put money under free parking. Then the game actually ends.
If you're playing war game like Warhammer, it depends on the players how fast the game can go. Because I have an issue because I play orcs, and orcs are cheap, so I field the battle with buckets of people, and then I have to move each and every one of those groups.
There's some actual board games as well that I've seen people play for like 2 days
Collect this
straight.
shit.
Like I've played Warhammer once. It was
That's,
War. Yeah, like
Crazy.
Well, my favorite was back in the day, my friend, when his grandmother died, he moved into his grandmother's house, and it was a 3-bedroom house. And so he had one room, I had another room. The third room, we
Instructions.
turned into the war room, we called it. And we set up a table and started playing Man of War, which is a ship battle game with miniature ships. And we'd go in there and play for a couple hours and then leave, and then come back, play for another couple hours and then leave. And then that table just sat there all the time. And it took us weeks to finish that game, that one game. And then we play a different game.
Jesus.
And then each of those squares on there has a battle map. So when you finally do encounter, drop onto one of these things.
Oh my God.
Fight.
Yeah, I remember watching people play Twilight Imperium at those conventions, and they would start at like 10 in the morning. And there's a group of 6 of them, and it's big round tables with all with the 6 chairs, and they would literally play that game all fucking day long until the wee hours of the night. I'm like, are you kidding me?
They're fun. Fun.
It's insane.
I started playing when I was like, say 10. My mom's second marriage, the guy was an engineer. So he got me into wargaming. We played Battle of the Bulge was the first one that I played. It's basically fucking running tanks, dropping parachuters, running infantry.
Rich, I'm actually curious. How old are you? Never
48.
asked before. 48. Okay, so my dad is technically older than you. Okay.
Technically, huh?
Well, there's no technicalities about age, so either he is or he isn't.
Yeah. So yes, he's older than you.
Now,
he's the one that got me into all the nerdy stuff. He's the one that got me into magic, into he's the one that got me into, tried to get me into Warhammer. But the thing is though, he never liked D&D. I was like confused, like when it finally clicked that like he didn't like D&D. I was like I forgot why. But
it's probably because it was the devil game.
No, he wasn't religious. He wasn't religious.
Was he religious in the 80s?
Was it a role-playing thing or just not D&D?
I think it probably was a role-playing thing. I don't think that was like his shtick. He liked the numbers.
Yeah, no, there are many people. I mean, there's a Conquest has a whole bunch of different cons under its umbrella, but not one of them. Role playing is never anywhere in the forefront. It's all board games, battle games, that kind of thing. Because there's a lot of people that feel that way. That they're like, I don't care about role playing.
Yeah, Pacificon's got a big miniatures and wargaming section.
And it has a very small role-playing section. Which is why we never went there.
Yeah. What? How was your conventions, by the way? I haven't talked to you in a while. Did you? You said actually. I think I did talk to you about that one.
Yeah. It was bizarre. It's not going to stop me from going next year. Hopefully, though, I'll be in better shape so I can walk around. Like I'm already getting in a little better shape. I'm no longer getting panic attacks thinking I can't breathe anymore because I walked across the house. So I don't know. We tend to end up using it as an excuse just to game with us for the entire weekend. So I'm hoping maybe next year we get out of that and go back to playing other games, getting meeting other people.
How
Well,
easy
yes,
was it
those,
to get
like-
into games this year?
It didn't seem like it was very hard because I think they had less people than they counted on.
Yeah.
But it was still more people than they would have had normally.
Yeah, I know when I
Because-
went, Landon and Carter got into like one of their games, I think.
I know they got the first game they signed up
Talking
for.
about D&D?
Just games in general,
Played, yeah.
RPG games.
Oh, I see.
But I do remember seeing slots that weren't filled more often than they have been before. Because before you'd look up a slot, any given slot, and the middle one would have the most emptied spots. And night would usually not have very many, but the morning would have maybe a couple. And nights were also having some missing people.
Crazy.
So most likely people were getting into the games they wanted to.
That's good.
Wild, yeah.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, have a good night.
Yep.
You
as
too,
well.
Tom.
Yeah,
We'll
sleep
see you all
tight.
next week.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Laters.
Have a good one. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Easy. Oh, hell. I should stop streaming. All right, folks. Thanks for stopping by. You can't see me, but you can hear